Darjil Learning Hub welcomes you all. In today's episode, we are going to study about the liquid drop model of the nucleus. Why we have to go for the liquid drop model? What are we going to study in the liquid drop model? In the past episode, we have studied some of the properties of the nucleus and the nuclear force that exists between the nucleons. So the scientists are thinking, what should be the model of the nucleus? Because it is not visible to our eye. Therefore, they wanted to visualize the concept. They wanted to give a perception about the nucleus. That's why the scientists have produced or proposed the liquid drop model. And what is the liquid drop model? Who proposed this? All these things we can observe in this episode. So now here in this episode, the liquid drop model was first proposed by George Gamow, and it was developed by Niels Bohr and the Wheeler. This is a crude model which does not explain all the properties of the nucleus. It is a phenomenological model to understand the binding energies of the nucleons. Therefore, this is only a crude model that we can study in this episode. And now here, in analogy between the liquid drop, we have given what is a nucleus. We all will know that the liquid drops are spherical in shape due to the surface tensional force. In the same sense, in the same analogy, the above three scientists have proposed that the nucleus is also spherical in shape, and which is in the stable state, it should be a stable one, and that is the liquid drop. And the liquid drop is an incompressible liquid which contains molecule in it. This picture is also showing you the detail about the liquid drop. In the same sense, if you take up the nucleus is also an incompressible nuclear fluid which is made up of nucleons. And the liquid drop, the surface tensional force is acting on the surface of the liquid. In the same sense, for the nucleus, the potential barrier is there at the surface of the nucleus. And for the liquid drop, there is an intermolecular force of attraction, which is a short range force of attraction, which we have studied in the earlier episode also. And now here we have the molecules in the liquid drop, and the molecules interact only with its nearest neighbor. We call this force as the cohesive force of attraction. In the same sense, if we come to the nuclear force is also a short range force. Here the nucleons are interacting with its nearest neighbor, and that nuclear force had been developed. And if we take the liquid drop density is constant. It is not depending on its volume. It is independent of its volume. Its value, we all will know that it will be equal to 1000 kg per meter cube. If you take a liquid in a beaker, if you take in a water in a tank, or if you take a drop of liquid, all the density of the liquid drop or the water drop will be equal to always 1000 kg per meter cube. In the same sense, if we come to the density of the nucleus is also independent of its volume, that is, the density is constant. Its value is given to be 2.7 into 10 to the power of 17 kg per meter cube. If you think of the density of the nucleus, if we take the density of uranium nucleus, or if we take the density of the carbon nucleus, or even coming back very small nucleus, say hydrogen, all the densities will be equal. The value will be 2.7 10 to the power of 7 kg per meter cube. Therefore, the density is independent of its volume. And the another property is, when we give energy to the liquid drop, the energy increases its temperature. Say for example, you take a liquid or a water in a beaker and you heat it. When you heat it, the temperature of the liquid goes on increasing, and this is what we call it to be the thermal agitation. In the same sense, if we take the nucleus and give energy from outside in the form of a nuclear projectile, now what happens? The energy of the nucleus increases and it emits nuclear radiation droplets. In the same sense, if we take the nucleus and when we bombard it with some other projectile, it will break up into two smaller nuclei, and this is what we call it to be the nuclear fission. And all these things have been combined together to explain the binding energy of the nucleus, which we have seen it in our NP04. Therefore, my dear viewers, this liquid drop model tells you what should be the size of the nucleus, what should be the shape of the nucleus, what should be the model of the nucleus. Now in the next episode we can see the shell model of the nucleus. I hope that this would have been very useful to you and hope that you will continue to follow me. Thank you very much.
இந்த வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்ததுன்னா லைக் பண்ணுங்கள், ஷேர் பண்ணுங்கள், கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்கள். இதே மாதிரி இன்னும் நிறைய வீடியோஸ் பார்க்கணுன்னா மறக்காமல் டார்ஜில் லேர்னிங் ஹப்பை சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள். அந்த பெல் ஐக்கானையும் ப்ரெஸ் பண்ணுங்கள்.